Hi, I'm Sura. Today talking about meditation tips and coaching for an exciting life. It's not just about having excitement all the time, but meditation helps us to live a life and to make choices in line with who we really are. We've all had that feeling of waking up and thinking, this isn't my life. Almost as if you feel like you're living a prescribed life from someone else. And so often we're encouraged to be like everyone else rather than explore our own unique path. And what meditation helps us to do is to listen more carefully. Listen to the subtle inner promptings from within that lead us to our own joy, our own treasure. It helps us cultivate an inner treasure. And meditation is a tool. It's not the end goal. It's not just about meditating. It's what meditation can do for you, what it can facilitate for you, which is really living in your highest truth and what feels most passionate for you, what feels right in your heart. And sometimes we fear this. We secretly fear following what feels good, what feels right for us, because we might disappoint someone. It might separate us from the group or our friends. It might make us different. And oftentimes there is no path. When we're really living our true path, there is no path. We're forging a brand new path. And you'll know that you're doing that because you won't be able to see the next steps. I can't remember who said it. I think it was Joseph Campbell, that if you can see the path that's ahead of you, it's not yours. And he also said, to the extent that what you fear most, therein lies your treasure. And this is what meditation helps us to do, to face our fears. It gives us the courage to look at our fears, to face them, to move forward anyways. And in that, we find our true liberation. So the questions for today that will allow you to move into that self-coaching space is, what have you been wanting to do that you haven't allowed yourself to do because you've been afraid? Because there is some little fear in the background or doubt. But just bringing forth more clearly what you've been wanting to do but haven't allowed yourself to do. And these can be small things. They don't have to be big things. I'll give you an example. For me, I might be feeling some restlessness, or often when I feel not settled, it's because I'm not listening. If I'm rushing through things, if I'm just only focusing on work or certain things that maybe aren't working out right, it's because I'm avoiding something else. I'm avoiding listening to my true heart. And for me, it's just recently been, I just want to take a trip. It doesn't have to be a big trip. It can be a small trip. But it's just the permission to play and the permission to explore and to have adventure. And I think when we give ourselves permission to go to these places, the spontaneous places, the fun places, we can, in a sense, almost surpass meditation. Meditation is a tool to get us there. And when we just allow ourselves to make those choices that bring us joy, then that's where we find this new sense of freedom and expansion within ourselves. And what's that small action step that you can take that will move you closer to what you've been called to. What do you feel subtly and silently called to? And taking that time to just breathe and to be quiet and listen inside. And most especially if you are feeling stuck, if you feel restless, if you don't feel quite in your body, it could be that time to really listen for what's next.